Content spoilers? Oh yeah, I forgot you've got unuploaded videos there. Almost done, I swear. Perfect timing. All right, let's go.
Hi,
Hey, Coat.
welcome everyone to our 4th anniversary.
Fort.
We obviously hope to make a big event this year in Montreal. We were going to invite all of you to come over. We're going to have balloons and animals and balloon animals. But we obviously had to change plans because of the current situation. The good news is everybody at Behavior is now working from home. Huge kudos to our IT team for making that possible very smoothly. And now we're all safe and sound at home. So today we're going to do things a little differently. We're going to have people talk to you from the safety of their home. We're going to present you a lot of really cool content, stuff that's coming in the roadmap for this year. We're going to talk about the mobile game, because obviously we just shipped on mobile a few weeks ago. And we are very excited to introduce you to a few people from that team and to make sure that they can tell you what they have in store for you. We're also going to go over the community, which
He is
is
wholesome
really,
exiled.
by the way, thank you very much
He's
for
a good
being
boy.
part of that awesome group. Uh, we're going to talk about what it means to us, what what comprise the community, and how our community team is built and how it works to make all of your dreams come true, or most of them. Some of them are just weird. All right. We're also going to talk about a few really cool things. For instance, I want to talk about something we did 4 years ago. We talked in the past about trying to be as generous as we can on Dead by Daylight. And one of the things we did 4 years ago was release a little thing called the charity case. So the charity case is a very big package of, I think,
Oh, I hope
28
they do a new one
items
for
featuring a lot of influencers and content creators
people that
from
deserve
around the
it.
world.
Not me, because I
And
shit talk them.
all the profits, 100% of the profits on
Lucy, shut up.
this goes to a thing called the Brain and Behavior Research Fund,
Get out.
which is a cause that's very dear and near to us. And I'm very happy to say that in the last few months, we've know that we've now
Think he could have
raised
gotten a better
over
mic.
$1 million. Well, you've raised more than $1 million for that very worthy
I still
cause.
should
So
talk them. To be fair,
thank you very
everybody
much
that
for
plays
that.
this game should
It's
talk
still
them at
up
some
if
point.
you want to grab it, if you
You
haven't
can't
already,
not.
and know that if you do
Impossible.
that, you actually you're going to help a lot of people do some good work. So,
His voice is low.
other than that, we're also going to talk today about
Raise it a little bit.
the upcoming content for Dead by Daylight. We'll see if we have time to get into that towards the end of the show.
Oh, they're saving it for the end. I'm glad I didn't
In the
fucking watch the
meantime,
video
I
then.
also want to say there's a few things that we're going to go over maybe a little quicker than we would have liked. That's because we also want to take the time to do deep dives on
I'm good,
some of these
Hermit. I
subjects.
just woke up.
And we'll do panels, and we'll do blog posts, and we'll do videos and Q&As and all these different methods that we have to communicate with you. We want to make sure that we give you all the information about all these subjects that are dear to you. This year was filled to the brim with new stuff. We put a lot of work in delivering content. We had talked about a few things on the anniversary last year, and since then we've delivered so much stuff. First, Ghostface came to the game, which was almost a surprise, but really kind of a big deal. Then we had the Stranger Things chapter. I don't know if you remember that. First time we had 2 survivors in the game, an amazing foray into a TV show, the Netflix show that was the biggest thing at the moment. It's still today one of the biggest things out there. Then we released the Cursed Legacy, which was the first time we went back to
Was the
tell
most broken
even
killer? I
more
think
of the
Ghostface
backstory of
PTB
some
was
of
the
our
most broken killer I've
characters.
ever played.
And then we just released the Chains of Hate, which was a completely new take on the horror setups that we tend to do with the game. And the first gun in the game. We also, this year, released the archives. It's easy to forget that it wasn't in the game, but now it's such a huge and important part of the rhythm of the game and the content there. We've released
Just
three
because I
new
don't do it
tomes for the
doesn't mean I
game.
don't
Each one
agree.
of them
I guess
came
a
with
goal is
some
for a lot of people to
improvements
do,
for
and
the
it's a good
future
idea.
and new types of content. We've also did a major update on Freddy, a much needed update on Freddy that I think you liked. We did the same for the Doctor
Survivors don't.
and made it kind of a big deal.
But yes, overall
We
it's good.
have released our dedicated servers as we had promised, and now they are on every single platform. Obviously, there's a lot more work to do on the
Yay.
dedicated servers, but it's
All right.
such
At
a
least he says that.
better platform for us to work on. It's a much more solid thing. We'll talk a little bit more about it in a few moments. We also installed a disconnect penalty, which I'm happy to say has reduced the disconnect rate by 35% across all the platforms. That's an
I won't say it.
immense
I won't say it.
improvement on the quality of life.
But you all know what I'm
We
thinking.
also launched on Switch
It
this year.
involves
We
death
then
on
launched
hooks.
on mobile this year. We are now on pretty much every platform out there, and we'll continue for the few that are left that we haven't touched yet.
I haven't seen it on
We
a
then
calculator yet.
released what I believe might be the most impressive piece of content I want to say ever created in the history of video games, but I might be overstating it just a little bit. Bunny Fong came out, finally. Then
Eh.
I'm very, very proud to
I
say
feel
that
like it wasn't as
in the
good as we
last
thought it was gonna
month,
be. It's still
we
pretty
just
cute.
broke all of our records by having over a
Fong, that's
million
technically the correct way
daily
to say it.
users. That means a million people played the game in one
Everyone always
form or
just says Fang,
another
though.
during a single day. That's crazy. Then we also broke another number this year. More than 20 million people now have played Dead by Daylight,
That's
and you're
nuts.
part of that. So thank you. And
10 million of which are Steam
that's it.
shared
Now
accounts
we're
from
gonna
when they
go
got
talk
banned.
about the roadmap and really what's in store for next year. Take it away, me.
No, that's still pretty crazy, though. You know, it accounts for everybody that's ever launched the game, so it's a lot
Let's
of
get
duplicates,
started
but
with
still,
two
even if half of
men
that is
who
true.
need no introduction, but still, we'll give them one. Jérôme and Stéphane.
Thanks, sir.
Hi everyone, I am Jérôme, the Senior Product Manager on Dead by Daylight.
It, is,
I am in
it might get
charge of
worse.
the
They're on like a
roadmap,
Zoom meeting
so
or something.
basically defining the features to be implemented in the game.
Hi everyone, happy to be here today. I'm Stéphane Beauchamp, I'm producer on Dead by Daylight, and my job is to execute along with the team the roadmap Jérôme is putting
Imagine using
together.
Zoom.
All right, game health
That's
is
the best thing they
always a
got.
subject that keeps coming back. Last year we had a big discussion about it. I think that regularly we talk about game health.
It's hard to listen because of the scuffed mic and accents. It's fine.
For a long
These are
time.
babies.
Let's dig a little bit more into what it means specifically,
Oh, shit.
at least for the next year for us. Let's start with dedicated servers, which was a big improvement this year. Stéphane, you want to talk about
I just love that it lagged right before that.
The transition to dedicated servers has been a really challenging experience, but also very exciting one. We're happy to be behind that transition and migration, but there's a lot of ways in which we would like to continue improving gameplay experience on dedicated servers. This is going to happen through 3 specific features that will integrate over the next year or so. The first one is we're planning on increasing the rate at which our server runs, which is going to have a positive impact on the latency between the player doing an action or doing an input on the client.
Wow, that would be
actually
lovely.
having an effect on the server. That being said, even by reducing this as much as we can, the network limitations always force a minimum amount of latency. Because of that, there's always moments where what you see on your client isn't exactly the same as what's actually happening on the server.
Yes.
So we're adding movement extrapolation to various characters to make sure.
Why didn't they have that already?
As close as we can.
Isn't extrapolation like a basic of multiplayer games?
But as I mentioned, there's always going to be these things that happen, and in order to prevent that from having a negative impact on the gameplay, we're looking into adding a validation on server and client side of things to make sure any gameplay critical action, whether it is using an interaction, doing an interrupt, doing an attack, landing a hit properly, etc., these are all going to get validated on both sides to make sure no one's actually getting cheated out or into a hit that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, less snappy turning. The turning is caused by no movement extrapolation.
And these are the main 3 changes we're planning to put up, which are going to improve the gameplay experience.
Awesome. The next thing I want to talk about, which is, I mean, it's a subject that we've talked about since day one on Dead by Daylight, matchmaking. It's always going to be a intense subject of conversation. There are more improvements coming this year. Jérôme, do you want to talk about the specifics a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So currently, the system is using
Hey, Bex,
ranks
thanks.
to matchmake players, but the ranking system is more a time-based progression
No, that's
system.
not
It
Hideo
resets every
Kojima.
month. So
Fucking
instead,
racist.
we are going to use an algorithm. In this algorithm,
He does
it's
look
looking
similar though. He's
only
got
at
the
what
same
happened
glasses and the
during the
same
trial and
hairstyle.
what was the
That is
outcome of
true.
the trial. So this will help us to define player skill level, and this will help us to create a better and fairer matchmaking system. So this algorithm was already implemented in the background of the live servers, and this since several months. So it was not used for matchmaking, but just for simulations. And now we have some results, and they look good. So now we just need to polish the last details, and we'll be ready for a release this upcoming month. So
what is their data analyzing?
One of the
That's
things
the
also that
question.
we like working on, I mean, all of these things are really cool, but live design is something, I mean, it's such a crazy game with an ever-changing meta. Live design is always something that's gonna create a lot of talk.
Pips, that's what
in
I'm
the
thinking. That's too
community.
black and white,
when
though.
we redid Freddy, for instance,
There's so
or
much
the
more that goes
Doctor,
into a
all
game
these
than just
things.
the pip result.
We have a few more of these live design changes planned. Obviously, it's an ongoing
Thanks, Fluff,
effort,
here.
but maybe you can talk about a few of them, Stefan?
Over the past 4 years, we've put out so much content into this game, and we keep on adding more and more as every chapter releases. We just really want to make sure that everything that exists in the game right now is up to par with the new content we're continuously releasing. And how we plan on doing that is exactly like we did before, revisiting older characters, revisiting existing perks and add-ons to make sure they're still balanced, they're still interesting to play with, they're still competitive. They're
Meanwhile,
fun.
Beast of Prey in the background,
So
just
really,
like
exactly like we've shown in the past with a few specific major reworks or just updates we're putting out every update. Obviously, the maps shouldn't necessarily be left to the side for that. We've seen recently with our one of our most recent updates how the fan base reacted super positively to a major update we put out, revisiting a bunch of older maps to make sure the navigation, the palette placement, the vaulting placement, etc. Were as balanced as they can be, were as fun to play with. So we're continuously looking into improving our existing maps.
for the most part, I think they did pretty good with the map reworks. There's still a bunch of shit ones, Cowshed and Orman and things like that, but they did fix a lot of maps.
Over the next year is something that's quite similar to what we did last year when we introduced the endgame collapse, but is going to apply to the beginning of the game instead.
Oh
This
yes!
has been a topic that's continuously discussed
Oh,
in the community, and
add
we
my
also
shit,
feel
dude.
a lot strongly about.
Easy.
The beginning of the game is a moment where there are a lot of potential things to do for
Give royalties.
it can be a stressful moment for some of these, for some of the roles. So we're really looking at cleaning up and making that start game experience as fun as possible.
That's
for
right.
everyone
I've already
involved
acquired
in
my
the game.
lawyers.
So stay posted for more details about that.
That would be awesome. I'd be super happy to hear that.
Thank you very much. One of the things also to note is the game is, after so many years, we're now on pretty much every platform.
They're gonna butcher
out there,
it.
almost.
We'll see.
We just released our mobile on iOS and Android, obviously. We're now on Switch, PS4, Xbox One, a few PC platforms. That brings up a lot of questions about what are we going to do to make sure that players can play together, whatever platform they're playing on. I think that's a big
Darren's
question.
pretty quiet. All right,
It
I'll
brings
raise a
the
bit.
question of cross-play, cross-friends,
Better?
cross-progression. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm sure it's.
Friends is one of our
I'm
most
sure other people have
asked for and
suggested it.
requested feature, and we're
I just
really
made a
happy
video
that
on it
it's
and made a
finally
visual
coming
effect
to
for
the
it and
game this
everything
year.
and explained it a
How
little
this
bit better.
is going to work is we're adding a search feature and add friends features into the existing friends list that's already available on multiple SKUs, on all SKUs. So you're going to be able to search for friends from other games and just
Nice.
add them directly to your friends list.
That's cool.
And from there, you'll be able to form survivor friends or custom game parties and play with a bunch of people from a different platform directly
Very
into
cool.
a public or a private
Hey,
game.
Con, thanks for the 4 months.
On top of that, we're also adding crossplay. It comes with it necessarily, but crossplay is also going to be part of the base.
We
matchmaking
figured that was
experience.
coming.
And
They've been
we're hoping
testing that for a
by
while now.
grouping a bunch of players from different platforms together. on
We've
the
been
same
getting
player
PS4
pool,
lobbies
we're
for
going
months.
to be able to matchmake you with a much bigger player pool, and thus matchmake you better against people that are closer within ranks, etc. The other added benefit that we're hoping crossplay is going to bring is that we're going to diversify the meta between different platforms. As we know, people tend to have different habits on the specific platforms, whether it's playing a certain role or playing with a certain character. And by mixing these
Console
pools
killers
together,
are
we're
worse,
going to
correct?
expose
Yes.
and break the barriers between players and habits of different platforms, which is really, really exciting to do.
That sounds fun. The question obviously that comes in
It's
right
not going to
after
be fun
that
when they go
is,
against the good
is
nurse.
for Jerome, I guess, is when is that coming in? What's the timeline? How is that going to be put in the roadmap?
We want to make sure that we can provide the best player experience possible for the community. That is why we're going to release
That is true. There aren't that many good
cross-friend
nurses
and cross-play
anymore.
features in 2 waves. So first, we are going to introduce the cross-friend features on the PC platforms, so Steam and Windows Store, because those platforms have already the crossplay enabled. And then in the second wave, we will be adding in this pool the console platforms, so PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
And at this time, all the platforms will be able to play together. So in
Wait.
terms of timeline,
Was PC involved in that?
expect to have all these platforms being available in the crossplay and the cross-run features environment before the end of this year.
Awesome. And
It
what
was
about
involved.
cross
Okay.
progression?
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. We know that the cross-play topics comes along with the cross-progression topics. That's a topic that we have already in our head. We are currently in discussion with
Yeah, they
the
really got to
authors,
do cross
so
progression.
we can't give much details because it depends a lot on these talks, but that's a feature that we would like to have.
Thank you very much. Next, I want to talk about something that's I find super exciting. I mean, it's all really cool to talk about what's coming this year, and we're always happy to be transparent and tell people. But this one is kind of dear to me. The game has been going on for about 4 years now, and some of the big updates that we've done, especially on the visuals of some of the maps and things like that, really get people excited. And obviously, we've also learned a lot in how to create assets in the last 4 years of working on this. So what's coming in the next year, among other things, is a huge graphic update. And
About time, man.
I'd like us to talk a little bit about what we're going to do with that so that Dead by Daylight can continue to not just be relevant and be a game that people keep playing, which we keep saying we want to do, but we want to make sure that Dead by Daylight is a game that can stand proudly next to all these next-gen games that are coming in the next few
That is a
years.
bold claim, Coat.
Yeah, so last year we updated the Larry's Memorial map, and it was pretty
See,
great.
Larry's does look
The
actually like a
feedback
more
from the
modern
community
game.
was really good, and even
I agree with that.
was asking me how we managed to make this so frightening. So this year we're going
Like,
to
you
go
compare,
beyond
like, you
this.
know,
We are
Rotten
going
Fields to
update
New
all
Larry's.
the
New
maps
Larry's
that
looks
are
like
in
it's
the
in a
game.
different
But
video
that's
game.
not going to
It
be
is
only
significantly
that. It's
higher
going to be
quality.
a massive graphical update. We're going to review all the special effects, the animation, and we're going to add more lighting in the game so we can play more with the tension and the creepiness in the trials.
My God,
we really
HD
want
palettes.
to deep dive into the core aspect of Dead by Daylight, which is horror.
Oh man, they're not
Now
gonna
it's
have
4
fucking
years
8
of
pixels on the
assets
gens
that we need
anymore.
to review.
This
So
is
it's
so
going
sad.
to be a small task. That is why we're going to do it in different phases throughout the year.
About time, man.
The goal,
You guys get close to a generator, it's like literally 5
is
pixels on the
to stay
pistons.
true
It's
to the nature of
hilarious.
Dead by Daylight while also continuing to be the reference in horror gaming for the years to come.
Awesome. I cannot wait. Just to specify this, we actually did put a full team on just that task, making sure that we can, ramp up every single asset that we've had, which there's a lot of
Consoles
stuff
are
in
gonna
Dead
die.
by
Yeah, how are they gonna
Daylight,
optimize it is the
since
question.
its inception.
Like, Larry's already
Now,
runs slower than other
talking
maps.
about graphic update is really cool, but everybody wants to see something. Is there anything we can show them at this point? I mean, it's early on, but there must be a little something.
Yeah, we are very excited with what we have done so far. So we have some assets who are still work in progress, but of course we want to share with you what it's looking like.
I'm just concerned about the performance. Ooh, better lighting. I like that. See, if they can get this to run properly, then hell yeah. Ooh, much better lighting. It's really all about the lighting. That one doesn't look as good because there's no direct shadows to be cast, but still, looks good. Yeah, it's see the lighting is what's doing it. That's much better lighting. Oh, and the speculators on the ground too. Good shit, man. Very cool. Mobile clouds? About time, man. Fuck. Soon.jpg. Very cool. If they can get it to run properly, that's the problem. Because Larry's even now runs at like less FPS on my computer.
Our community.
They just got to work
For
on
us, it
optimization, not
means,
just how good it
two
looks.
major things.
I'd rather
First of all, the
run
community
good and look
is
bad.
you out there. It's you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to make outfits. It's everybody that's part of what makes Dead by
Oh, I
Daylight
agree, Fulton.
this
Looks great.
amazingly rich and passionate environment. It means groups of people who interact on every single possible social platform in person. It means people who play together. It's even the people who play by themselves and never talk to anybody. Uh, so it's important for us to be able to break it down and figure out exactly who is part of the community and how do we listen to them? How do we get close enough that we can actually hear what makes them happy, what makes them excited, what worries them, all of this. We need to know about that. So the other part of community for us is the community team. It's our team that we built. Obviously, this was a very small thing. 4 years ago is pretty much just Dave and Ash and I talking to you live and trying to sift through every single forums, which
Still
we
needs
couldn't
different
do.
game modes.
To
That's
today,
the
where we
announcement
have
I've been
team
waiting
of,
on for a
I think,
long
over
time.
than 50 people internally, some people sitting at their desks in the office, some people sitting at their desks all around the world in different countries to represent the different, pools of people around the world. And then we have, people who are halftime and people who are doing this out of the goodness of their
How old is
heart.
this game? 4
We
years
have
now.
people that
Or
are
almost.
part of the mods team, the community management team. It's a big machine because for you community might mean you and your friends and the people you play with and the forums you visit, whether it's Reddit or Nico or whatever. But it's maybe 100, maybe
All right,
1,000
Makut.
people that you feel are part of that Dead by Daylight community. But you should probably know that there's probably hundreds and thousands of these pools of people around the world, and each and every one of these has their culture and their desires and their worries, and all of this is something that we need to have an understanding of. And that's what our community team internally is tasked with doing. It is a daunting and quite intimidating task, but they've been doing an amazing
Guy in the
job at it.
background.
And
It's a
we're going to
mirror.
talk about exactly who
Dumbass.
these people are and how they do their job. Gabrielle Murphy is going to take us through that. We're also going to have Gab Malvar talk to us about the Fog Whisperers program, which is a super interesting bunch of people that are helping, bring the good word of Dead by Daylight to the masses as possible. And then we're going to take a little moment to talk about all the community events and activities that we have in store for the celebrations and for this year. So here we go.
Let's do it, Makut.
Welcome to the 4th
He's
anniversary
Queen.
community
We love
panel.
Queen.
I am not Queen, lead community manager on Dead by Daylight. I'm very pleased to have
When am I
you
going to become a
with
Fog
us
Whisperer? I
today
don't know. I haven't applied for
in
it
my
since
living
they
room.
first launched the program, so.
What a crazy year for Dead by Daylight. The game grew exponentially.
You're right, that's not
and
Queen.
with it, our community
No, it's not
blossomed.
Queen. Fuck.
Well, blossom is a fancy term to say it got a shit ton bigger. Back in September, the addition of the Switch to our console family and the release of a chapter like Stranger Things brought a lot of attention
Yeah, it's
to
not
the
a
game
real cat
and
at
a
all.
lot of new faces to our community. Last month only, we hit a record number of players connecting to the game, with over 1 million people playing DBD over the span of a day. But for some, the game itself isn't enough to contain all their love for Dead by Daylight. You guys want to discuss, argue, create art, breathe, and live DBD. This community lives on different platforms, social media, forums, Discord, but all of it shows the same pattern this year: growth and engagement.
Toxicity.
Just on our forum, over 80,000 discussions were created this year, and over 800,000 comments were posted on these discussions.
I will definitely agree.
Our official
This
Discord
community is
channel
anything
grew to
but
welcome over
quiet.
100,000 people.
People talk about
that
this game
play
a lot, and they
together
love talking
and
about it,
exchange on
including
live
me.
chat about the game
It's fun to talk
every
about.
day. But it doesn't stop there. Dead by Daylight also has an international community with dedicated community managers on local platforms that
2K
most
bug
of you
reports. That's
probably
2K
never
that they
heard of.
answered, probably.
PK, Bilibili, WeChat, Nico Nico.
What is Nico Nico?
We even
I just hear
have a
"ayaya" in my
special
head every
Twitter
time I hear
channel
that.
for our Japan
Am I like a
community only.
old man? Am I a boomer? I don't know what that is.
Nothing could be
I
possible
actually don't know what it
without
is.
our ever-growing community team
Japanese form.
of
Ah, okay.
volunteers and staff.
I mean, I know Nico Nico Ni. I know that. I just didn't know. I don't know about the forum. Wait, it's a YouTube? Oh, it's a streaming platform. Okay, so Japanese YouTube. Gotcha, gotcha. That's all you had to say. I don't know who people are. I don't know who we're looking at. Who are these people? Tired Tiana, thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. They're DBD Discord mods. They have this many mods? I know Shiroku. That's one name I recognize. I know Ryudi. No, these are not Fog Whisperers. These are mods. Okay.
Okay,
was confusing.
that montage was beautiful. Cheesy AF.
It was 3 pictures.
You
Not
guys
Queen. It
have
wasn't a
proven over
montage.
and over
I guess that
again
technically
how much
counts.
you love the game. Here is some of the community's finest work.
Oh, I better see some dicks. Exactly what I wanted. Oh my god, this is so fast. What the fuck? This is so fast. I can't understand everything. That was amazing fucking art. Or, cosplay. Holy shit. It's so fast. What the fuck? Ugh! Plague, Bunny, Huntress, Spirit, Bible Building, Plague, Jake. Cool, really cool poster. Fucking terrifying Death Singer. Oh god. That was so fast. Yeah,
Before we
the
go
Discord
through what
mods got like
Congressperson
more
prepared
time.
for us, it is now the time to
Oh, hey,
reveal
Dad.
our winners
Why aren't you
for
streaming?
the community in-game outfit contest. After
Ooh, this I'm
last
interested
year's
in.
success, we were sure we wanted to do a redo for the 4th anniversary. And this year, you guys blew us out of the water. It was a super hard choice to make. We started by going over the 1,000 entries, one by one, and ended
I feel
up
like bad.
selecting
I wonder what that's like.
30 per role. So 30 for killers and 30 for survivors. Then, our art and creative director ended up choosing our winners.
These I'm
Here
excited
are
for.
our final nominees.
From some of the entries I saw on Reddit, they're fucking amazingly drawn. Oh, it's a cool hunter skin. Holy shit. That is so Russian. I love it.
And drum roll. Here are our 2 winners.
Damn it, why does it have to be Legion? That's pretty fucking cool. Also, that's really cool
So
for Claudette, too.
congratulations, out of over 1,000
Damn it,
entries,
I wanted that
yours
Huntress
was
one.
chosen. Fog Whisperers, take it away.
My god, it's
Hi,
animation.
I'm Gabrielle Malvar, and I'm the influencer manager for Dead by Daylight and Dead by Daylight Mobile.
Don't you mean
Dude, her voice is
DDBTSR
so
mobile?
smooth. Listen to that.
no, Trapper. I'm here to talk to you about the
That's
Fog
like XLR
Whisperers.
quality. What
Oh,
the
look
fuck?
at the time, gotta go.
The Fog Whisperers are partners of Dead by
Yeah, I
Daylight.
like how they work with
and
Sam,
they'll
it's
create
cool.
awesome content, such as live streams, YouTube videos, and animations. At every chapter, we provide
Dude, I
them
can't
with
get over
luck
how
points
smooth that
in the
voice is.
PTB
Why am I focused
and
on that?
Auric cells to buy cosmetics. They also receive DLCs for giveaways and content to reveal to the community.
This is literally like a voice acting mic.
The Fog Whisperers are represented
Why
by
am I
a
so
S
focused
logo
on this?
shown on streams and videos. They can also be worn in game too, as charms on their hooks or butts. Now you might be wondering, how does one become a Fog Whisperer?
Yes, I was wondering that, but can you tell me everything?
Isn't
all
Sam
over
Nation already
again?
one?
What is Fog Whipper?
Next scene, please. The Dead by Daylight team is always looking for
I
killer
think he is.
content. So be sure to tag us and include hashtag into the fog.
I'm not gonna
Who
lie.
knows? Maybe
I
you'll
think
be
I
next
may
to
piss
whisper
people off here.
in the fog.
I don't find Sam Nation's videos funny at all, even slightly. I think he's a very wholesome dude, and I'm glad he makes people laugh, but I don't find his videos funny at all. I'm sorry.
Okay, I can explain that. I can explain. I thought I was
Who's this?
completely different. I can explain that. I can.
God, this guy looks fucking ugly, dude. Look at his beard. I bet he's homeless. God, what a piece of shit.
See, it was all part of the plan.
I'm gonna try to get in this.
I didn't even know Otzer. Hey, it's Sam and Edgar. Aw. I'm now obligated to like this and everything about this. I don't know Meows, but I'm sure she's a lovely lady because she's. My face on his face? Oh shit, sorry.
If you
Yeet.
bait them long enough, they don't pay attention. He could get the end game.
Baro, you're a fog whisperer?
Moving too slow.
When did that happen?
Holy shit, this is intense.
Onward.
Oh god, what's gonna happen?
Baro, are you a fog whisperer? I just saw you in chat.
Don't knock him down. They're both using controllers.
Oh. I'm dying.
Is there someone in there, Vince? Is he in there? Yeah, I'm getting him, brother. Don't
How
worry,
old
I'll
is this
get him.
clip? Holy
You
shit, I remember
liar!
this.
You fucking lied to me! You already...
That was like... This clip was like 3 years old. Yes, you are now? Alright, guess you're a fog whisperer now. Good job, Baru. I'm very, very, very proud of you, man. Not even over a fucking asylum. What are you doing? What are you doing, Drew? He was on with puppers? Oh, that's probably why. Okay.
We're just gonna have to.
Oh, I know her. I don't think I've ever seen her stream it, but I do know of her.
Maple, you need to go get the O.
Before I get into, I am not a fog whisperer. How the fuck would I be here? I wasn't looking at what happened in the clip. That was actually really funny to see her fucking fall over.
Oh my god.
That was funny. Am I not a fog whisperer? I've only applied for it once the very first time, and I haven't applied for it since. Oh, it's my boy Geef. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
And that is how it feels to be a fog whisperer, always shouting yes at the top of your voice. Seriously though, congratulations to everyone in behavior for this fantastic 4-year journey.
I'm Geef. I sound like this and I have a beautiful Australian voice. I'm a beautiful bastard named Geef.
You knocked it out of the park.
Fucking sexy voice bastard.
Hey guys, it's Otofu here.
Hey, Tofu.
Thank you to both my community and the Dead by Daylight team.
You're welcome, Tofu. I'm a part of that. I
I've
did
gotten
that.
So many awesome opportunities.
I made
I've
this.
gotten to
I
travel
made
to
you.
Montreal and meet the team. I've got to play in Twitch Rivals. I even got my own cosmetic in a game that I freaking love. But most importantly, I
You
got to
guys made
grow
this?
one of
Oh,
the
okay,
most
never mind.
amazing, supportive, and kind communities that I could ever ask for ever. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this if it wasn't for all the people that I've met throughout the years.
brought
in this
back,
community
dude.
and on this
That
game, and I
piercing
just wanna
hurts
say
my
that I
eyes.
appreciate it so,
I
so,
like it.
so,
I feel the pain of that.
Warriors, guys,
Oh,
and
going
everything
in.
that
Oh, it
they
makes me like. Ugh. It kind of looks sweet, but oh man.
I want to thank my
It's fucking
Dead by
Alex.
Daylight community so
Alex is a
much
psycho.
for being here with me
I've
since
actually
day
watched
one.
it before
I
for
would not be
him.
where
I'm not
at
sure what I'm supposed to
without
say,
you.
but they're actually really
Gracias.
funny. You did this? You made this? Nice.
Howdy gamers, it's Toki.
What up, guys? It's Crunchy Egg Rolls.
We want to give a huge shout out and
Crunchy
thanks
and
to
Toki,
Behavior
I know
and
them
the
both
entire
too.
DBD community.
And shout out to the Egg Roll Empire, Small PB Gang.
God damn
Shout
it.
out to the Burrow, you beautiful buns of the fog. We are your newest recruits to the Fog Whisperers.
Oh, nice.
Mama, we made it. Anyway, I'll be seeing y'all around. Till next time, it's peace,
Small
love, and
PB.
booty.
We're heading back to the campfire. Stay safe out there in the fog.
Oh, God, I hate that freak so much. They're
Hey
both lovely
everyone.
people, though.
I just wanted
Hey,
to give
Kayla.
a quick shout out to my community, my Dragon Army.
Why am I not
Thank you
there?
guys
I
so
shit
much
talked
for
Matt
supporting
Walker
me
too
over
many
the past year
times.
with my Dead by Daylight content. I really appreciate it. We've had some goofy times, some crazy ones, and we've been exhausted on the ground more times than we'd like to
Funkos.
count. But
Dude, she has
it's
10
been
times
great.
more Funkos
I've
than
had an
us.
amazing time this
We have
past
them in our
year.
living room.
And also
We
thank
actually
you
got
so
the idea
much
from
to
Kayla.
the team at Behavior for creating this game and continuing to support it for as long as
There's
you guys
Patrick. I
have.
think Patrick is in the
There's
same
been
boat
so
as
many
me.
additions, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Fog Whisperers are people who just suck the devs' dick the
Yo, what's
most.
happening,
Not
guys?
necessarily
It's
true.
Hawkins here. I just want to say again a thank you to my community and to Behaviour for allowing me to be a Fog Whisperer. Back when I joined the Fog Whisperer program, I wasn't even a Twitch
It's
partner.
mostly
So the
true.
Fog
It's not
Whisperer
entirely
program
true.
allowed me to
Oh, that
better
was
grow
sick.
my channel to get my name out there.
I didn't know you could do that.
At the same time, it allowed
Very
me
cool.
to give codes out to my community to give them something back as well. Anyways,
I didn't miss
guys,
that trick. That was
I'll be
fucking
off,
sweet.
But remember,
I know you can go for the pallet
always
here.
boot
Yeah, that's awesome.
the snoot.
Scorpion is a ridiculously good pig.
Bonjour à tous, je suis Excelite, un Fog Whisperer français. Je tiens à
Oh,
remercier
français?
mon incroyable
Dude, I love
communauté
French.
pour son soutien lors de cette année de partenariat sur Dead
Yeah,
by
well,
Daylight.
yeah, that's
Et
the one
aussi
thing I don't get. Pretty much
avec
every
des
Fog
vidéos
Whisperer talks
pour
shit
un
about
joli
DVD,
4e anniversaire.
like
Bisous.
extensively. So I don't know why that was a reason that I couldn't
Hello,
be one.
everybody. It's
Hey,
Paulie
Paulie.
Esther here. I just want to say what an honor it is to be
I've
one
grown
of
to
your
like his
community Fog
ridiculous
Whisperers.
videos.
The highlight of my year has to be our streamer charity event that you all supported, helping us raise over $30,000. Thank you all for a great
That's
year
awesome.
in Dead by Daylight. I'm looking forward to the next one and to many more to come. Hats on, Tinfoil Gang.
That's very accurate to his videos. He makes the craziest shit.
Hey everyone, this is Zinc. I'm the creator of the Discord bot Elemental, which Dead by Daylight uses on its Discord server. I'm a software developer. I've
No.
been playing Dead by Daylight since 2016,
You're a mineral.
and I really love coffee. I'd really like to say thank you to Entertainment 720 and the whole Dead by
Paulie's a
Daylight
Fog
community
Whisperer?
Discord
I would
for
hope
being
so.
Elemental's first supporters.
Yeah, he is.
Also, thank you to the Dead by Daylight development team for creating a game I've spent countless hours enjoying.
Like he's applying for a
Dead by
job.
Daylight continue to grow, and I'll be right here alongside
Hey
you
guys, I made this Discord bot. I'm a software engineer. I went 4 years at Caltech. I got my master's in.
Hello nerds, my name is Nafi. I'm from Southern California. I've been playing Dead by Daylight for almost 3 years. Dead by Daylight is one of many games that I can't get bored of, with all the new content that Behavior works
Look at her
hard
shirt,
on.
guys. Pinhead confirmed.
My name is Avi. I'm also from Southern California, and I have been playing Dead by Daylight for 2 years. I actually found the game through watching my husband play, but I did not care for it.
The
at
right
first
head at
because
all.
every time I watched him play, he'd be dying on hook. But eventually,
Where am I?
played it, and now
Right
I'm
here.
hooked. And I want to
See?
thank Max
I'm in the
or
video.
Bubbers for introducing me into the DVD community, and where I met a lot more friends than I could ever imagine.
Pin him in head?
My
Correct.
appreciation goes to Edgar Allan Poe for keeping the game fun and entertaining and making me want to play it a lot more.
And of course, thank you, Behavior.
He looks so embarrassed when he said that.
DFC というデッドバイデイ
I'll
ライトの
translate.
大会を開催して
I'll anime translate.
3年になります。
Ah. Oh. 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 Oh.
それを学ぶことができ、すごく感謝しています。そして、デッドバイデイライトのおかげで、
Your mom can hear you
私には
good.
2つの
I
夢が
hope
で
she
きま
got
した。
turned on.
有名実況者さんたちである夢のようなお祭り的な大会を開催したい。
That is a big
あ
perk.
ともう一つ、世界中の上手いプレイヤーが集まる大会を開催したい。そんな大会ができたらワクワクしませんか？
This is why I'm never gonna be Fog Whisperer, because I'm an expert at anime sounds. Bitch,
私はすみま
please.
せん。これからも DVD を一緒に盛り上げていきましょう。
Thank you, Gabzilla and our Fog Whisperer, for that really dynamic segment about our content creator program. For our 4th anniversary, the community team has organized contests, raffles, play sessions with devs, and more during the month of June. So the schedule will be
I mocked this man. I
available
mocked anime.
on the social
It's actually
media.
awesome that they have a
Stay
whole
tuned
scene over
for
there.
this. And finally, I want to thank everyone that contributed to our community this year. Stay safe. Please continue to discuss, argue, and love the game. This is why we do it. See you next year. Hopefully not in my living room.
Mostly argue.
Let's talk about mobile. This year, super exciting. We finally launched Dead by Daylight.
You guys want to
on
play a game of
mobile.
DBD Mobile?
It's a huge thing for us. We've been hard at work on it for a long time, and it's finally in
I have it.
people's hands. So let's take a moment.
Let's see if we can get into a game before this is over.
What it took to get to that.
Here we
and
go.
What they have in store for the future.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Dead by Daylight Mobile panel. I'm Valentine, associate producer on Dead by Daylight Mobile, and I'm joined by Julia. Hey Julia.
Hi Val, I'm Julia. I'm the community manager on Dead by Daylight Mobile. So we've had an amazing journey on mobile so far this year. An incredible number of people have been backing this project since we first announced it. We have had over 1 million people participating in our beta phase who stuck with us while we worked on adding content, features, and polishing the game throughout the testing phase. As of April 16th, we are officially launched in most regions around the world, with more to come later in the year. And we've already hit a landmark of nearly 3 million players.
So launch was a very exciting adventure. As most people around the world, were currently working from home, and we were working from home for the launch. It wasn't what we expected to be launching it all from our own homes, but it was a great adventure, and it worked out really well. The launch was a huge success with a lot of players coming in, as Julia said.
Excellent. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. We're not going to get
for
to
us,
play.
It was the culmination of 2 years of hard work. We started the DBD mobile team 2
All right,
years
I can't
ago
play.
to bring,
It's 17
the
gigabytes. That's
same,
more than my entire phone. Great.
PC consoles experience
Well
to
optimized
mobile
game.
phones,
All right, done.
and having it released to
Yogmoth,
world
thank you for
in
the Twitch
April
Prime.
was,
Appreciate it.
a great success for us.
Real talk. This game is entirely
Dead by
too
Daylight
big for a
Mobile is,
phone.
that same great experience.
It's way too big. I'm
That's very
sorry.
stressful and
It's
very
just too big.
scary, as what you can see on PC
Excellent. Thanks for
console,
the
but
5 gift
on
subs, man. Appreciate it.
mobile. To bring
Very kind of you,
that,
sir.
we had to do some adaptations.
No, it's not actually 17 gigs. It's like 8 gigs.
specific
But
to
that's still
mobile,
way
so
too
the
big for one
controls
app on a
were, of course,
phone.
adapted so that we could play on touchscreens. We also made changes mostly on the UI UX
No, it's
side.
not actually 17
As
gigabytes.
we all know, Dead by Daylight is a game that's played very much with sound. However, most mobile players won't have their headphones with them, or can be in very noisy areas.
It's like all my internal memory.
We
Yeah,
adapted it so that everything that you
same.
usually hear, you will
It's
see
a little too big.
graphically represented on the phone, so you can play without headphones.
I mean, I get
or
there's a lot of
sound on.
content, but
We also introduced the Blood Market, which is our.
it doesn't matter. It's not about
Blood
contributing to the game. It's about who the devs like as people.
mobile user experience.
How laggy is the game? It's pretty laggy.
Gives players the same great rewards. We also added a lot of mobile-centric features, including a new tutorial, which is shorter and, of course, shows the mobile-specific.
Yeah, I know,
changes
Exile.
and
I
allows
know.
players to get
It's
into
not
the
good
game
up.
faster.
Not good
We also
optimization.
added,
I'm sorry I'm talking
skins,
over this. I just
reward
don't care
counters,
much
and a
about
lot
the
of other,
mobile aspect.
features,
It's
but
cool that it's
also,
like spread
the
to mobile and stuff,
disconnection
but
bots, which have
I'll
been
never
tremendously
play it,
popular.
so it doesn't
These
apply
are
to me.
bots that take over when a player disconnects from the game.
No
so
one
that
does.
the
I'm sure
who
people
are
play it
still
on
there
mobile.
can actually
Well, none of you do
playing.
because you're
The
here
bots
in
are
a
quite good
DVD
if you've,
stream.
played against them, and they allow people to actually finish their trial and end the game.
Another key difference from
Oh,
PC
has
and
bots?
console
That is
to mobile
interesting.
is that mobile is free. It is completely free to download, and you do not need to
Was
pay
it?
to win. Most characters and customizations can be unlocked through playtime alone, and any other ones can be unlocked through keeping
Oh.
up with
Oh, no.
daily challenges and
Oh,
other
no.
in-game rewards. It's also
Oh,
a
no,
really
no,
good
no, no,
time
no,
to
no, no,
start
no,
Dead
no,
by
no, no,
Daylight
no, no, no,
Mobile
no, no,
right
no.
now. Like I said, it costs nothing to download
no,
on
no,
Google
no,
Play
no.
and the App Store. And thanks to the community
Oh,
hitting
thank
the
God I
stretch
can
goal
mute it.
of 1 million
Oh, thank God.
pre-registrations, you will also be
Oh,
starting
thank
off
God I can
with
mute it.
another free character and a bunch of
Holy
in-game
shit.
resources as well.
Excellent. Thank you
So
for the
like
100
I
gift
said, we've
subs,
had
you
a lot of
fucking
people install and
psychopath.
play the
Holy
game so
shit, dude.
far.
And
So
Kiki
we've got
Stoner Girl, thank you for the
some
7. I
cool
appreciate that,
stats
guys.
to bring to you.
Excellent. Thank you so much,
Since
man.
launch,
Holy
we've had
shit.
millions
I don't
of
know what I did to
trials
deserve that.
played.
I've literally been sitting here just
Within
watching her
those
talk about
trials, there
mobile,
have
but thank
been
you very,
12
very much,
million
man.
generators fixed, 44
I
million
really
killer
appreciate that,
hits,
guys. Thank you
and
so
4.5
fucking much.
million
Holy
survivors
shit.
who have outwitted the killer
I'm
and
trying not to
managed
talk that
to
much because
escape.
it's
So these
this might
stats
be
are
on
just
YouTube,
from
so
the
I don't want
first few
a lot of the
weeks
video to be
of
that, but
being
I'll just say
live
thank you
globally.
very, very much.
There's a lot more to come,
That is insane.
and we'd like to share with you some of the things
That's
that
actually
are
insane.
headed your way in the coming months.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
muted
so
it.
we have our roadmap established from June to September of this year.
Unmute? No, this is probably going on YouTube. I can't have that. As generous as I was, I can't have that. I'm sorry.
So that you always have something new and fun to try out.
Because Huntress would
and
literally
fresh.
not shut the fuck up this
So
entire.
the releases
It would
are
just be
gonna
this the entire stream.
between
I'm
one
not
month
doing it.
focused more on new content, and then the other focused more on quality of life and new features. So you can
Thank
see
you again,
that,
Exit
in
and Kinky
June,
Stoner Girl. I
we'll
appreciate
have
it,
a
guys.
new map
Very much.
coming in for people to play around with. And then in July, we're focusing on more like quality of life and improvements. Then August, we'll introduce a new killer and a new map. And then in September, we'll have a brand new feature for you to explore and play around with. All those releases also include new customizations.
I'm muted for the mobile section. I'm considering it.
There's a lot of really cool stuff lined up. Something else we're committed to doing with every update is spending time working on improving performance, stability, and polishing the game overall. Launch is just the beginning, so
Dude, I'm still so excited they actually talked about the fucking the trial warm up. That's insane.
Whichever ways we can.
I didn't think they were actually gonna do that.
So before we go, we want to say
I'm super happy about that. I hope they don't screw it up.
Us so much love over the past year of beta, all the way through to our big launch in April. You have supported us in so many ways, from just enjoying
They're
the
actually
game
adding my
to
apparently
having a beta test,
they literally
telling
said
your
it's an
friends and
endgame
family
collapse bit at the
about
beginning.
us,
That's
creating your own unique content
directly
with
what the
game.
thing I said
we
was.
really could not do this without you, and we
They
look
credit me with it?
forward to
No, I think a couple
many
of people have
exciting
had that general
anniversaries to
idea.
come
I was
with
just the
you
first
in
one to make
class.
like a full video on
Thanks
it
so
and
much
make
for
it
playing
like a
the
visual
game.
effect.
We're really happy
So
to
I
have
can't
been
say it's
able to
100% my idea. That's not
release
fair.
it to you to play, and we're excited to bring more Dead by Daylight mobile goodness to you. See you in the fog.
Hey Chase, thanks for the sub,
Thanks for
man.
joining us today. We'll cap off with a little montage of some of the great in-game moments you've sent to us.
Yeah, Robotic, I feel like a lot of people have had the general idea of like a trial warm-up thing. I just made the whole video on it and did the editing to make it look like it was actually in the game and stuff like that, just to make it more like visual. Why did you stream DVD mobile? That I don't understand. Why would you stream DVD mobile? Why would you play Huntress on DVD mobile? You fucking psycho. It just looks so weird. Wait, how was the auto moving? What? You like auto move? It's weird.
Yeah. Okay, I've just been told we actually can take a little moment to talk to you about what's coming next. So, let's take a step back. About 4 years ago, first licensed chapter we've ever had was Halloween. Probably one of the top legends of the horror movie world. It really legitimized us as
Let's act
a
surprised.
great
Well,
reference
there's
for
probably
horror
people in
in
chat that
video
don't know.
Today, we have another landmark moment
I'll act
where
surprised.
we're going to present to you a huge deal. For us, it's amazing. We've been fans of this
Derpy, I'm so sorry, man.
license for a long time. We're very excited to show you and to let you hear what it sounds like when we bring these legendary icons.
Too
into
bad
Dead by
he showed the
Daylight.
link on his
So,
stream. Oh
Roll
no.
the clip.
Unfortunate. Oh, they did the school. That makes sense. God, Candyman looks so good, dude. God, Candyman looks so good, dude. He looks so good. I'm so glad I was right. Awesome. Yeah. The 4 was super obvious.
Hey! I am super excited today to finally be able to reveal to you the next chapter of Dead by Daylight. As you've seen, we are going into a video game.
Other map punchers
horror
can't play on?
classic.
Yeah, that's
We're going
what I
to the
thought
realm
about.
of Silent Hill.
I want to see the like I don't know his
Silent Hill
perks
was
and
one
stuff
of
like
the
that.
First horror game I played.
So this is
I
new and
was
exciting.
Absolutely fascinated by it. Oh, I'm really happy to be able to work with such a fantastic license. Let's start with the map. So there's a lot of really cool locations in Silent Hill. We decided to use one of the most iconic ones. So we bring you to Midwich Elementary School. The two-story building is filled with thematized room, so all the Silent Hill fans will be able to revisit a famous location.
I think Silent Hill is pretty
There's a music
iconic.
room, the chemist
Like I knew
lab,
who Pyramid
there's the
Pyramid
nurse
Head was without
office,
actually playing a
there's
single
all
Silent
of
Hill
these
game.
little secrets around. There's obviously this exterior courtyard in the middle of the map. That's a very
outdoors,
new
nice.
layout in Dead by Daylight. Even the clock tower is there. We've also
I've known it
the
for
map
about 2
with
months.
all sort of surprises and secrets for all of you fans out there. A lot of winks to the Silent Hill franchise.
Indoor
Survivor of the
maps,
chapter
no.
is Cheryl Mason. You might know her as Heather Mason. That's how she was called as the protagonist of the Silent Tree game. Cheryl's a very interesting character. She's a powerful protagonist. She's also conflicted, and she went through the ordeal of facing the Silent Hill nightmare.
They never learn. It's not
We
that they
learn through the
never
Silent
learn.
Hill
They
3
just
narrative that she is the
they don't
reincarnation
consider
of
killers
two
like hunters
souls.
and
So we really wanted to show into
stuff like
the
that.
perks
At least
new
this seems
element,
more open than
and
like
also
Hawkins, though.
a link to the dark forces of Silent Hill. So let's talk about the perks. Soul Guard gives you endurance after being healed or after recovering from the dying state. But also, if you are currently
He's kind of
cursed,
gliding. Look
you
at
can
that.
recover from
That walking
dying
animation
by
is
yourself.
janky. They need to
Cheryl's
speed that
second
up a
perk,
lot.
Blood Pact, links you to the obsession. So if you or the obsession are injured, you will see each other aura. As soon as one or the other is healed, you'll gain the haste effect for a limited time.
Ooh, I don't like that.
And last but not least, the third perk, for the first time, gives the power to the survivor to control a little bit the entity. Repressed Alliance allows you to call upon the entity to block generators. With this chapter and character, we also introduce a new type of cosmetic called Legendary
But
Skins.
why?
Legendary
Why
outfits
would you
are
do
really
that?
cool. They are not just an outfit. They
Did an eye
actually
pop?
completely change the character you control.
Why would they design a perk to counter
For
one other
example,
perk?
The first legendary skin that's going to appear in this chapter is Lisa Garland. So you'll be able to take Cheryl Mason and transform into Lisa. The killer of the chapter is none other than Pyramid Head, and he comes to Dead by Daylight with the name the Executioner. And I just want to add something
Fitting.
here. The Pyramid Head that's coming to DBD is the classic Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2, straight from the Tormented.
He's got his
line
big
of
ass
Jason.
greatsword. That's awesome.
Pyramid Head's power roots itself in the dark forces of Silent Hill. So first of all, obviously you have this big, giant knife that you're wielding. And with it, you have a special attack. The special attack is a range attack that goes even through collision. Where it gets really interesting is that Pyramid Head can plant his
Son
knife
of a
in the
bitch.
ground and
It was
draw
accurate.
trenches around the map. These trenches, when the survivor goes through them, will make them tormented. So tormented is a killer effect that at first seems like it's not doing anything. But if you're suffering from the tormented killer effect and you're in the dying state, that's where it gets really interesting. So Pyramid Head can, instead of grabbing you and bringing you to a hook, he can decide to call upon the forces of Silent Hill, which will grab the survivor and send him directly to a cage of atonement. The cage is similar to a hook in mechanics. The survivor gets stuck in there, he can get saved by others, and he will go through 3 phases as well until he is sacrificed, just like on the hook. The thing though is that Pyramid Head saves a lot of time. All the grab, the transporting, and the hooking, that's done automatically.
Cool.
When the survivors are ripe for a sacrifice, if they are caught in the tormented killer effect and in the dying state, Pyramid Head will be able to call upon a final judgment on them.
Cool.
That's a way of saying that they can kill them instantly. It's like a mini Mori. Now let's talk a little bit about the perks of Pyramid Head. They bring
Shit,
you
that's cool.
tools for deception. The first perk, Force Penance, will give the oblivious status effect to a survivor that protects another survivor from a hit.
Actually, it's broken. That makes more
Pyramid
sense.
Head's second perk, Trail of Torment, will make him undetectable when he breaks a gen. We'll also highlight this gen in a yellow aura for the survivors. And the last perk,
Why?
Earthbound,
That makes
will
it
link a
useless.
healer to a healed survivor.
What the fuck?
If they run too far from each other, they'll suffer from the oblivious status effect.
That seems useful. Well, why would they
That's
make
it.
them
That's
beyond?
the Silent Hill
Why would they
chapter.
make the second perk
Again,
so
we're
bad?
super happy and proud to have had the chance to work with such a fantastic franchise.
Like,
Personally,
just the
I'm a
effect
huge
of
fan.
going,
I'm super stoked
you know,
to see all the
undetectable
stories
if you
that's
kick a
gonna
gen
happen
for
with these
a couple
characters.
seconds. That's
I'm
cool.
glad
Could see
that
some use,
Calamity
maybe.
Head
Wouldn't be meta,
Channel
but that seems
have
alright.
new life
Why would they put in
into
that
the universe.
downside?
What's also super exciting is that the PTB with the Silent Hill chapter
7
will
o'clock?
be available right now. So you'll be able to
Oh,
download
shit.
it and try it for yourself. And it's going to be released also very soon. As a last message, I would like to say to everyone, to all of you fantastic community,
fucking liar.
happy 4th anniversary.
It's not ready.
Thank you for all your support, all the ideas, all the meaningful discussion that we have online with all of you. You've been fantastic, and
Let me restart
gonna raise
Steam.
my glass to several more years. Cheers.
Wow, thank you, Dave. How awesome is that? Okay, so listen to me. I'm gonna say that if you want to play Silent Hill in Dead by Daylight, if you're on PC right
I'm
now,
restarting
the
Steam, chill.
PTB is happening now. You can go press the button and play Silent Hill in Dead by Daylight.
It takes like an hour to install.
For everybody else or the people who don't like the PTB, you can wait
Oh, there it is.
until the full release, which is going to be about 3 weeks from now. We'll give more details as things come along.
Contagion,
but if you
suck my
are
dick.
eager to get your hands on the Silent Hill chapter of Dead by Daylight, PTB, right now. Now, I have to take a second step back and give a huge
Oh, it's gonna
thank
pre-allocate
you,
for 4
big
hours.
shout out
God
to
damn it,
everybody
DVD.
who makes this happen. So that's everybody on the team, whether it's the programmers, the artists, the designers, the community management team, the marketing people who make sure that you know about this, the PR, the people who are doing the video editing, the capture, the people
Why
who
does
are
it take
doing
so long to
all our
pre-allocate?
data, analysis. Every single person that's involved in this project from close or from far, thank you so very much for the amazing work that you do every single day. It's really appreciated. I think that we can all agree that this is a
Gotta get BTB, right-click
special
Dead by
team
Daylight, go
full
to
of
betas,
crazy
and then
passionate
click the
people,
drop-down
so
tab.
Thank you. And then a huge thank you on top of that to
Buddy.
you out there.
Why would I
Every
lie about knowing the
player out
killer? That
there,
makes no fucking
everyone
sense.
that is part of what makes Dead by Daylight such a vibrant and exciting community to play in all the time. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being constructive and positive and being supportive of what we do. And thank you for following us in this sort of crazy ride that we are
Oh, that's
on.
it? That's the end?
We are so humbled and excited to celebrate our 4th year anniversary with you today. And
Still
we are
pre-allocating, not even
eager
halfway.
to celebrate a few more in the coming years.
All right. That was a short and sweet one.